All right, how we doing, folks? So today's 28 January 2021. I got about 4:50 p.m. I called myself going over to VA hospital. According to the internet, they're saying it's closed, and I'm over here 10 minutes before it's supposed to close. And it's already closed. I wanted to schedule myself a little mental health, appointment and all that. So make sure that, I'm squared away and all that. Need to talk to the doc. And we'll be getting to that here in a second, okay? It's pertinent that if you have these mental health issues or whatever, to go see about it. Let me see here. I'm over here at this chicken place over there. Food looks good. So, let me get into this incident here with Chad Wheeler. This is not a funny incident. This is a very serious incident here. I do not condone this to happen, be it if you are an assailant or a victim. So Chad Wheeler is an offensive lineman for the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, so he's I believe a third-year man out of USC, and played offensive lineman for this not Supersonics, but the Seahawks. They lost in the first round of the playoffs this year. I believe it was to Buffalo, I believe. Okay. But yeah, this guy had assaulted his girlfriend, and he pretty much had beat this girl to in a level which I consider despicable. All right. Now, again, it's one thing if things happen or whatever, okay, somebody swing on somebody, okay, be it as a man or a woman. But I guess the story had it that he choked out his girlfriend because he wouldn't bow down to her or something to that effect. Okay. She ran into the bathroom and called 911, but the court looks like from the pictures that they took of this girl, it looked like he pretty much had rocked her snot box or whatever. Okay. All jokes aside, all right, tried to beat this girl to death. All right, this is not a domestic violence. This is beyond that. This is a
new text message from +15742410402.
This is like an attempted murder. And then he choked the girl out and said, "You ain't dead yet." So that goes to show right there that he tried to kill this woman. All right, or wanted to seriously maim her. So again, and I'm thinking, where is this all coming from? This couldn't be like one isolated incident. My thing is, I don't know, when he said bow down to her, I'm thinking, was he not cooking for her? Cooking for this man? I don't know, was he, she seen another man while this guy's on the road or what? But nevertheless, hey, this incident happened, and the guy was charged a couple of charges here. One of them was the first degree domestic violence assault, and I never knew that they had certain degrees of it. Okay, of this, so I'm learning more about the certain charges now that they codifying these different types of charges or whatever. Okay, but this should be like an attempted murder charge. Now, one thing that these judges may consider, because this is something that we will have to answer to, and he did get out of jail off a $400,000 bond. He had an incident like this before at USC. Okay, when he played there, he was started all year, 4 years. It was a 3-time Pac-10 offensive lineman, but something about an incident where he started punching holes in walls or whatever, I guess he was supposed to have got mad at his a girl that he was seeing, okay, and she had a young toddler son. I think the little man was like 7 or 8 years old, months old. Sorry about that. And that was a documented incident right there, and police had responded to that. Something about he was on medication. Oh, and during this particular incident with his girlfriend that happened, and this was like what 10 days ago, that the girl had told the police he was not on his medication. So this guy, I guess, must have been skipping his medication. And like I say though, he was on medication back then. So he had some serious bipolar incidents where I don't know, he had episodes or whatever. Okay, and I do know because of the incident. Let's say out of USC, he did not get drafted. He was undrafted. He went to the Giants for a couple of years, and then he went to the Seattle I keep saying this, Seahawks. Man, this is bad right here for this guy. I want to say this. It does seem like, and I hate to make this a racial issue or whatever, but it does seem like if you have these incidents where you have maybe like a white man involved or whatever, okay, it does seem like it's different. I'm not going to necessarily say white privilege, because that's not always the case. Although some may feel as though because they're white, then they can have the privilege or whatever, where they're going to get a lesser charge or whatever, and they may be true, but I'll get to that in a second. Okay? But I do believe that it is handled different. They had a couple of incidents though. It was a NASCAR incident. Now this is the same time that Ray Rice had gotten in trouble back in 2014. Where you had a NASCAR driver had beat up on his wife, or they got into some type of something to that effect. Okay, but I do know that he put his hands on his wife or whatever, and you barely even heard about it. Along with Hope Solo, okay, the soccer player for the Olympics, got into her husband. You know, she put her hands on him. Oh yeah, exactly, and you barely heard about it. Saying it was an incident out the WNBA, okay? But it does seem like, you know, when it's an African-American man, not even a Latin man or whatever, but an African-American man, it's all over the news. Look what happened to Ray Rice, all right? Look what happened to Antonio Brown, all right? Those guys were pretty much had a journalistic crucifixion, you know? I mean, that ended the incident with Ray Rice. That incident ended his career. Now, I'm not trying to defend these guys at all. Now, I believe that Ray Rice, his wife or girlfriend at the time, or whatever, all right, probably was the type. I think that she was real sassy or whatever. Okay, and I think that both of them were fighting, but he got caught in an incident where, you know, it was caught on tape and all that, and he got caught up. But this girl with, let's see here, Chad Wheeler, it seemed like, I guess her personality, from what her friend says, okay, because she reported it to her friend, and then her friend had reported it to the police, and that's when they talked to the friend's girlfriend, okay, the girl that got beat up. All right, where am I getting with this? She doesn't even seem like that type at all, okay? Again, I don't want to make this a race thing, but I do believe they get handled different. I have a friend, ladies and gentlemen. He's white, very close to me, near and dear. Helped me get through. We got through a very tough project when I took a class when I was going back to school about 4 years ago. Dated a black girl or whatever, okay? Retired Marines, you know, good dude or whatever, you know? Going for like a master's in the medical program. And, you know, he would always tell me, he said, man, you know, my girlfriend, you know, is treating him like, you know, like pretty much like shit or whatever, okay? They sleeping in different beds or whatever. And, you know, the girl, again, if I didn't say that already, the girl was black. Okay, so it can happen on both sides. All right, but it does seem like this is handled different. In fact, it seemed like it wasn't even talked about until it was Nate Burleson that brought it up on the show. At the end of the show, nobody talked about it, and then all of a sudden you got Steve Smith and you got Shannon Sharp had brought this up or whatever, and then they had talked. It seemed like people are scared to bring it up because of repercussions. All right, when a white guy does it. All right, and I'm just calling it just how I see it. Okay, but it seemed like when it's a black guy that does it, he gets dragged or whatever by women, men, the liberal media, Me Too, everybody. Why Me Too movement is not bringing this up? Why? I'm just wondering why people like Jamel Hill are not bringing this up. Okay, that's the thing that gets me. All right, hey, it is what it is. Domestic violence is domestic violence. So I'm just thinking, if it's the other way around, they have any regards for the woman that gets beat up, the black woman, all right, from a white man. All right. Let me tell you something, you ladies that like to swirl or whatever. What you do is your business. All right, but you guys need to be careful or whatever, okay? No not hating or anything. All right, because, hey, I don't care if he looks like me, white, Latin. Those men act up too. Yeah, they may have it may be a myth or whatever that they may treat you better and take care of you better. But in the NFL, everybody's getting paid. You know, the minimum, a base salary is $400,000. I think $450,000. So it ain't about money. I guess it's like a fetish or a fantasy. But y'all need to be careful about, you know, who you choose or whatever. And if you got to get some damn medical records or some, I don't know, criminal records or whatever, then do so. Especially if you see the signs. You guys have got mental health issues, and that's what I want to get to or whatever, okay? Me, I go because I got PTSD, okay? You know, for my, you know, military service and all that, and when incidents happen at the war. Get yourself some damn help, okay? If you got a friend that has mental issues or whatever, you know, talk to them about it. Maybe you could advocate to him or her to get some help, okay? Because that's starting to become a big issue now during these perilous times or whatever. You got COVID, everybody's locked down. You got damn near a third of people.
2 new text messages
Are out of work, okay? And especially in the pro sports or whatever. These athletes are in a damn bubble. You know, you get in a curfew. You can't, you know, it's like incidents like, say, for instance, Kyrie Irving gets slapped with a fine for breaking COVID protocol for kissing his wife.
You have
after
3
the
new
game.
text messages.
Okay. Stuff like that. All right. I don't agree with some of it. Okay. So I don't know. It's just putting a lot of stress and strain on these guys or whatever. And if you have a significant other or a spouse, and you know, it's disagreements do happen. But if it gets escalated, then somebody's going to have to walk away for a while, maybe check in a room or stay with a friend or a family member for maybe a day, a couple of days or whatever, till things can calm down. Because I know in most states, especially here in Nevada, if they get a call, somebody's going to get arrested, okay? Or especially if there's a hole in the wall, or if they see somebody bruising, somebody's going to have to leave. I think that in the end of the day, this guy's probably going to have to do at least a year. Spend a year out of the NFL. He's decided he wanted to step away for a while to work on his, his mental health issues or whatever. But it's already after the fact. All right. So, but yeah, he's looking at major time. I'm thinking that's what's going to probably happen. He's probably end up doing a year in the psych ward, getting his mental health treatment and all that, and maybe a team may pick him up here, not at the 2021, but probably 2022. That's if somebody decides they want to, you know, take their chances with him. So he may get one shot, one forgiveness. That's it. Because a lot of people, they're not having it. The NFL, they don't want to have nothing to do with that. No parts of that at all, okay? They don't have to answer that. So there you have it, okay? Chad Wheeler, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Domestic violence, you can't do it. Cannot, and even if somebody swing on you, guys, and with gals, when I'm talking to the guys, you cannot hit her back, all right? Cannot do that. And this guy was what, 310 pounds, 6'6", no business. All right, I'm gonna leave that at that. And if you like the video, feel free to subscribe, leave your comments, likes, and shares, and stay tuned for the next video because I'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. Thanks for listening.